All right, I'll do a quick intro while everyone still takes their drinks. So, very simple. We have 6 startups prepared for you today. The rules are very simple. Each startup gets roughly 4 minutes for the pitch, and then we have an additional 3 to 4 minutes for the questions part. The questions come from you. I have also prepared some questions after analyzing them beforehand, but you're more than welcome to ask any questions to the founders. And we go very streamlined. 6 startups, one by one. Just a quick note to the founders. When you're presenting, please stand on this side. If the clicker doesn't work, you give me a heads up and I'll switch the slides manually for you. Yes, but without further ado, the first startup, Vedu, on stage, round of applause. I'll keep the time.
So you'll raise hand. We need a mic. We need a mic for sake of recording, yes?
Yes.
Great. So we start? Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Vedu. And what we are doing, you can assume here that we are safety infrastructure every parent has been waiting for, or in simple words, we carry your child or children from place A to place B in a safe manner. But actually, what we are selling here, it's not actually only the ride. We are not just a ride-hailing, for God's sake, no. We are actually selling safety and peace of mind and time for parents. And that's the luxury we're interested in nowadays. So basically, the clicker is not working. And we know that it's not an abstract demand. So we know that 30,000 just in Riga families are facing these logistic problems every day. And we know the demand. With zero marketing, we already have a bucket list of more than 200 families that are just upping every day and writing us and asking, hey, where are you going to start? But also, we have municipalities of Latvia coming to us and asking like that they need is support. And also preschool and school centers, they are coming to us, not vice versa, and looking for collaboration. They are willing to subsidize part of the cost. And also, this gap is pretty official because in 2024 there was a Latvia's ombudsman kind of a report that found taxi services inaccessible, because what we have here actually is a problem. What are your options? Ride-hailing, Bolt, Uber, they prohibit unaccompanied minors. Yes, you can put your child in any car with a random driver, but it's your own safety risk, because they are not responsible for everything that's happening, because as a let's say platform, they prohibit it. And afterwards, you have public transport that is not flexible, it's limited, and also maybe not that safe. And also then private drivers, of course, they're expensive. And then nannies, it's hard to scale. But we have a solution. For drivers, we provide more in their pockets, so we pay them more. And also we provide them safe and sexy infrastructure to work with, and they can continue to work with any other ride-hailing they're working in. And we supply them, of course, with the demand. And what we have as for parents, so our biggest mod is our own, another app we built specifically for in-app cameras. So you can follow the ride of your kid live and also hear what's going on if you wish. But we also record the ride, and we can go back to that ride to understand if something was not there. And all of the basis is also there. Of course, there are licensed carriers. We don't own our fleet. We collaborate with those who are licensed to provide the rides. And we are also licensed platform. We are a marketplace if you wish, but you cannot operate without a license, and we have this license. Of course, you have door-to-door options, so we have hand-in mechanism. You have GPS, we have on-demand, pre-planned, and group rides, and a lot of different nice features for parents. And of course, we'll have AI afterwards, and how we filter those drivers. We have a pretty sophisticated but easy to scale and to apply methodology, how we select the drivers, assessed with psychologists. Let's move on. So here we already have, as I said, our dual-use cameras. We have AI assistants in screening to make it fast and easy, and our two-sided app. And afterwards, of course, we'll develop, because what startup doesn't have AI currently, we'll also make it adaptive and learning on the way we go with every cohort we onboard And the next, so what we have as competitors, mostly it's US, it's Hop, SkyDrive, and Zoom, and they are living in US alongside Uber for quite a time, and they nicely work together because Bolt or Uber, they will not go into that market. It's not their business model. We talked with them, so it's verified information. And the next, so if we talk about the market size, I'll not spend a lot of time here. So just Riga and Latvia gives us 18 million. And if we go further afterwards in the year to Riga and Vilnius, it will go to 0.3 and 0.5 billions. And talking about traction, so we have our app, actually 2 apps. You can already find it on the App Store market. We have license, we have many families, we have drivers with organic interest, around 70 drivers, and it's just like pre-launch, very raw, and our app ready and all the licenses secured. The next. And here you have a glimpse on our business model. So we'll focus on the pre-booked ride because it's more interesting for the drivers because they have their scheduled routine and they're interested in that. And afterwards we'll have also group rides to help municipalities and school to organize the infrastructure and routine. And it's easy, we'll just take our own commission on that, and that's how our business will be profitable. And of course, another layer is not just municipalities and schools, it's corporations. So like Swedbank, we talked with them, and they're interested in providing a nice opportunity for their workers to work longer. So they're super interested in collaborating with us. We are wrapping up. So we plan, I guess you can skip this slide. So we're currently seeking for a bit more than 200,000, and it's mainly for team and operations because it's what AI cannot do. They cannot think. And plan, and afterwards we had, and it's for 1.5 runaway year to go in Vilnius and Tallinn mostly. And the next, so these are financial projections, and the most important slide here is that we plan to be cash flow positive in a bit more than a year. And the next thing is, of course, amazing people, because without them, it won't be possible. I have extensive experience in youth funding, attraction. I've been a CEO. I've been on all of the sides of startup building, and my team also have sophisticated background in engineering, in real estate, and regulated marketplaces. So we make up a great team. Thank you so much. I guess the final slide, so it looks nicely. So, built for children, trusted by parents, and if you're interested, then hop on the ride. Thanks. Probably it's more than 4 minutes, yeah?
Yes, a little bit over, but still, time for questions. Yes.
Do you know if drivers have any apprehensions about kids making a mess in their car or like dirtying it? Like, let's say from the kindergarten, they come soaked in mud.
Yes, of course. We also prepare, so we have training for drivers and also training for parents, kind of for easy onboarding. It's with videos, it's funny with tests, but we prepare both sides, drivers and our clients, so they behave nicely and respect one each other. So there are also rules, and there's the same rating system. You are rating the driver, driver is rating you as a client. Or a child, but it goes both ways, because if a child, he or she cannot be late for something. Usually, it's mostly that parents failed at some point and didn't deliver child at time or something like that. It all goes from the family anyways, because the client and the paying customer is a parent anyways.
Yes, Ansis?
Do you have children?
2, I'm my own customer. I know what I'm doing. Especially why.
No. Okay, we have time for one more question. I have my own, but I'll give a chance to you. Yes.
Why didn't Bolt or pursue this? Do you get the reason?
Yeah, because it's not their model. They need a lot of random drivers. They don't bother who are these people. And we have absolutely different thing. We bet on safety, because I want to be sure that my kids are safe, that I can follow, and I give this opportunity to own the ride, to understand what's going on. So my parent heart is in peace. and but they are not doing it, and it's not their business model, and it's a bit different in what they are planning to do.
Quick one.
Yeah, the price-wise, I mean, regular ride and the override, what would be 2x's, 3x's more expensive.
Around 23%, 20%, 20% than Uber or something like that. But we got the super sweet point when our ride is interesting for drivers, so we have supply, but still we verified, we did the focus groups with both with families, with drivers, and families are willing to pay because it's still cheaper than a private chauffeur or something like that. Anyways, and plus if we have the collaboration with municipalities, for example, Marup Dome, they talk to us and they say they are ready to subsidize the rides for the kids because infrastructure challenge is huge in, I don't know, Ropage region. If you're interested, there are 7 first grades in parallel, and they are going, and the children are going from anywhere around the region to that one particular school, and you can't ensure the ride with just, I don't know, any even minibus. It's not flexible.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, Motorhead.
Okay. Yes, so a few months ago, a man bought a headlight from Marketplace on Facebook group, and it cost 200 euros for him. And the headlight didn't match his car. So because he bought on Facebook Marketplace, he didn't get refund or any response from the buyer. We're seeing this every day. I'm Tadas, this is Irmantas, and we live in this market. We don't guess about it. That's why we built Motorrad. It's a safe marketplace for buying car parts. And because I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time.
I need to see. And because buying a used car is never safe, so we thought about. I'm sorry. I need to read, please. Because buying used part today is never safe, it happens to us for years. Send the money, get the wrong part, or nothing at all. And it happens to our customers every week, nearly 9 out of 10, the wrong part. And the whole market runs on hope. That's what we are here to change. Next. Not for you. Can you switch? So we asked, So we asked one simple question. It's not working. I need number 3. So we asked one simple question: what if the money never moved until the part was safe? That's Motorrad for buyers. For buyers, for our solution. Touch. Third. Can you go back? More? Yeah, this one.
Yes. So we couldn't have done this 3 years ago. AI can do almost everything. Our competitor, Ovoko, proved the market, but not the trust. New parts cost more every year. So used part is a good option to buy. And in 2026, Europe Union signed end of vehicle regulation. So people want to save money, and many want to reduce waste by reusing good parts. Sorry, very nervous. So that's 7.3 billion euros serviceable, obtainable market today in Europe, and 73 billion serviceable, available market as we grow. So our goal is one marketplace for every car part, where anybody can buy safe from proven sellers. So safe buyer first space is wide open, and it's our.
And it's not just a mock-up, it's a working marketplace. We already have AI included, pricing, and all the listing. So we already have 12 suppliers with 250,000 parts onboarded, and it's onboarded free because we have a good memberships together with them, with the dismantles. Next.
So model is simple. We charge both sides, 5% from the seller and 5% from the buyer. So here's our edge. Every marketplace struggled to get sellers, so we signed up 12 suppliers with 250,000 parts before spending a single euro. So we now bringing retail buyers the same way. Our CTO once grew 160 Facebook groups to reach 400,000 monthly active users.
And our team has the key because we have AI specialist, Žygimantas. He built the product. Our team Roadwise, so Irmantas, Tadas, and Laurinas, we know how to solve this problem because we live with this problem every day. And we have ex-Winted engineers to make it all work. So it's already built and deployed, and the buyers are waiting.
So we raising 500,000 at 5 million pre-money valuation to bring them in and back us. So when someone needs a headlight, it just fits. Thank you.
And breathe. And breathe. Okay, just before we start with the questions, maybe now without the script, in 2 sentences, what are you building and how it is better than your competition? Without the script, just in your own words.
So we are building a used car part marketplace that will be joined together with new car sellers, like one thing for all the parts for the cars that will be together connected with WinCode to have all the parts correct with the matching with your car. So a regular buyer from the street that doesn't know anything about cars just can, by one click, order the part. Because most of the time, even our colleague bought the headlight, he thought it's the same, but when he got it, it was wrong. So all around the people having bad parts.
Okay, so the edge is the matching of the VIN code of the car to the correct parts that you should actually be buying.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Questions from the audience now. Takers. The first one, the brave one. I have my own questions, but I'd rather give you the floor. Yes.
How you plan to build to drive traffic to your website platform?
So it's by marketing. We have already a plan for marketing and joining the people, and we have a big, warm connections with dismantlers and with the businesses that need this app already to get the parts fast and fit the car from first time.
Other questions? We're just getting rid of the sun. Yes, Harshal?
How do you plan to generate demand? What's the customer acquisition channel, the primary one, and how do you maintain both the sides?
Customer acquisition, how are you getting customers?
We're getting customers by marketing. We already have Facebook groups, so we will acquire them. Like we will go straight into Facebook groups. We go straight to Telegram, like underground groups, and take them in because we will have for the first dismantles, we will take all of their stuff by AI, 10,000 parts in a second. It will be copied straight to our web.
One last question. We have time for one last question. Any takers? If no, thank you very much. Round of applause. All right, next up we have Dominate, if I pronounce it correctly.
Yeah. What do we do with the clicker? What do we do with the clicker? Maybe I'll just do this motion, and then you help me. All right, thanks everyone for coming here to listen to me. My name is Martin. I'm from Dominate. We create defense solutions. And basically in DevTech lately, everyone's only talking about the future of warfare. We've been to Ukraine 4 times in the past year, and I can tell you that the future of warfare is already there. And for that reason, we are training militaries for robotic warfare. So NATO has over 6 million unprepared soldiers in regards to the future of war, the battlefield, the new battlefield. And an unprepared soldier on that same field, the expected lifespan is around 30 minutes. So for that reason, we need to build something to create the mass capability for militaries inside NATO. Our CEO, 14 years of military, has trained thousands of soldiers. Myself, 15 years of founder, built a 60-person game development studio. Kaspar, our CTO, 10 plus years of AI and machine learning. And Ronnie, our CPO, 10 plus years in AAA games. So you get soldiers, AI engineers, game developers. That mix is exactly our team's leverage. And the solution is a digital training ecosystem tailored to that same robotic warfare, from classroom to field. The laptop-based digital virtual simulator is deployed. The phone app for training is deployed. The AI virtual instructor also deployed in MVP. And we collect battle intelligence from the user. The AI generates the battlefield, a digital twin. Then the instructor uses the scenario editor to configure the exercise, and 9 laptops come out of a case, and in 20 minutes, a squad is fighting drones on a digital twin of real terrain. And you can see here that this is fully offline. It doesn't need a server room. It doesn't need an IT specialist sent by Dominate. And this ecosystem is also not just a pilot or an idea. It's being used in a real war in Ukraine right now. We have been deployed to units like Gur Revenge Battalion, 2 brigades of the 1st Army Corps, and the elite unit in SBU we are not allowed to name. But since March this year, more than 2,000 hours of digital training has been conducted. And not only basic training, but also mission rehearsal for shit they're going to do in a week on the front line. And I'll help you out with the due diligence here. Estonia has awarded us with 1.24 million in grant money for our unique approach on digital twinning. And the European DevTech Accelerator EUDIS picked Dominate to the 3rd cohort, and only 20 companies from around 500 applications were picked. And revenue is coming in this quarter. And we mathed up the market size, like bottom up from our own seed price, which is annually 2,000 euros per 1 license. Estonia alone is 1 million, Germany 11, NATO Europe is 48, and together with partners is 148 million. And from the classroom to a training field to the battlefield, imagine that the same AI instructor that graded you in basic training in the barracks will come with you to the battlefield to help you filter it, to make better decisions. And it will significantly lower the cognitive overload a soldier has in today's warfare, helping make better decisions faster. And the fair question is, why hasn't this been solved, right? Legacy systems are serious capabilities, legacy simulators, and we respect them a lot. The thing is that their update cycles can take up to 2 years, while we shift and pivot our features at battlefield speed. And this is our offer, 2 million euro seed round. It will make Estonia a paying customer, open up our next market. And I would say that it will go a long way on top of the 1.24 million non-dilutive money that's there. So I started by talking about the future of warfare. Soldiers either get ready for it or they get 30 minutes. Thank you.
Questions? Yes.
How does your system prepare soldiers for the physical warfare aspect of a drone buzzing over your head, blowing up your comrade right next to you, taking off his leg? How does that system kind of body?
Yeah, we don't do like kinetic training, like helping you how to handle your weapon or give combat medicine aid. The thing what we train is your brain. And together with the audio team and getting actual audio from Ukraine, we are making it as realistic as possible. But the main thing that we are training is the brain and the communication inside a small unit where very different capabilities are used for one exercise. So we're not replacing live training, but we're amplifying its outputs.
All right, other question? Yes.
Are you planning to apply for EU funding big programs like EIC, for example? Do you know what EIC is?
Yeah, we are quite active in different funding approaches. Thing is, we only founded this company 1st of October last year. And now we got the 1.24 million from EIS, Estonian Innovation Agency, and 120K from EUDIS. And there's, I think, 5 applications right now in review, many of them in later stages of their system.
Actually, I have a question about how you finished the pitch. You said that the funding round would unlock Estonia as a paying customer. Is that something already kind of signed off, or is it like an ambition? Like, where do you in the process are?
We've been working with Kuperjanovi battalion in Estonia for a long time. Like started in October, and already in January we validated our simulator together with them. So we did digital twin of a place near Võru, and they did 2 weeks of practice and then went there and got great results. With them, the thing is that they want full kill chain. So that's up to like a company or battalion size. And to provide those features to them, that's why we are raising this money. So we have the interest. The lieutenant commander has sent a request like up the hierarchy. But until we can confidently say that yes, we can deliver this, the ink will not touch the paper.
All right. Other questions? Questions? We have time for one more question. Yes.
What kind of digital twin technology are you using? Do you mean like because people mean different things in the industry. They just mean 3D models, physics accurate simulations. Like what kind of simulation?
It's really cool. I could talk about it for hours. We tried a lot of the solutions out there, like Farsight, C2 Grid, so on, because we need something that is geometrically accurate. It doesn't matter if the house is a different color or something, but everything needs to be geometrically accurate down to the destruction level of buildings. So we built our own system from ground up that is doing pixel annotation with computer vision on a lot of satellite data, drone flight data, and it's really lightweight. And if you're nerdy like I am, we can get drinks later. I'll talk about it for hours. Maybe others are not that interested in it. But yeah, we built our own system, and it's really cool. That's why we got the million.
All right. Okay, one last question.
About the team. It seems you are a very diverse team and interesting. Are you all co-founders, and how did you find each other?
That's very cool. Cool question. Yeah, there's like 15 of us in the team. There's like 3 Ukrainian veterans. Then there's like super senior game developers and so on. But how it started off with is that Darkstar actually, who's our like pre-seed investor, did the full round. I went to Ragnar with the idea like beginning of last year, and they said that you need a perfect team of founders and did intros. So I did the intros for CEOs, CTOs, Ronnie I brought with from the game industry. We worked together before, but yeah, like it was like putting together a boy band. It was super important to get this right, to get like diverse co-founders with really deep expertise in their own areas, and it's worked out fine.
Let's hope the boy band doesn't split up and become solo singers. Yeah. Right, thank you.
I mean, I've been a solo so many times that this is really cool for me.
All right, next up we have Erikas representing back office.
Thank you. Oh, lucky me. Or not. Okay. Okay. Hi, Americas, and we are back office, and today I'm gonna try to tell you how we are fixing a business that, in my opinion, and from my personal perspective, is one of the hardest to run. Not talking about deep tech and stuff like that. So, starting what we have today. So we currently have over 1,000 active employees, over 70 locations across 20 different brands, and even today, while we were coming in from Vilnius, we onboarded a few more clients. We are already talking with clients that have locations in Riga. So Calve, Chili Pizza, I guess you know them. And we kind of picked a different strategy here to try out the market and to kind of try it out with the hardest brands that we have locally. Maybe some of these are not familiar to you, but they're across these brands. We have 2 Michelin star restaurants, one of the biggest restaurants in Vilnius. So we approached the free strategy. What we're doing now, since we validated the product and we have the team built out, is that we're actually converting them to paid clients. The team that is behind this. So I'm Erikas, I'm the CEO. I've worked in hospitality business for almost 15 years. Today with me as well, we have Dennis. He's leading sales and managing sales, well, managed in one of the biggest QR tipping payment platforms in Lithuania. So he knows the market, he knows the CEOs and managers of restaurants. I've worked as manager and with managers of restaurants, so we kind of have, you know, the domain and the knowledge of best of both worlds. And we have 3 engineers in total, 2 salespeople, and we've worked across quite big names in both startup and in general engineering industry. Clickety click. What we have today is basically our platform connects to all of the tools that restaurants already have, and we'll come up to the problem that it actually brings. But to this day, those are the numbers from yesterday. We've already tracked and kind of analyzed 22 million euros worth of sales. So that's sales from the POS system, through the suppliers, through everything that people do. And our user base, as you can see, is reached almost, well, over 1,500 users that are active. Some also fun stats is the hours actually scheduled and the receipts analyzed and the signatures that we also do in our platform. The problem that we have and that we noticed is 1 out of 3 restaurants don't even make it a year. Well, that being restaurants, bakeries, anything that is hospitality related. And the problem is that owners are guessing. They don't have tools, or they do have multiple tools that they don't know how to manage in one place. And that actually gives them problems because they're guessing, they don't have actionable insight, and they don't know what to do. The problem is that it takes too long, time runs out, and they don't have any money to actually continue building the business that they opened as a dream or something that they always wanted to do. So this is where back office comes in. Click. We actually connect all of the tools and we aggregate all of your data. This was our first stage. We actually built a lot of integrations with various POS systems, accounting systems, Google businesses, booking systems, so that we actually can analyze everything that is happening in the restaurant. So that being insights for employees on how they're working, insights on your orders, your supplier, who you're working with. Maybe you're overpaying for one product that the other restaurant is paying less for the same supplier. So we have all of that information, and what we're actually building now in the second stage, click, is actually the agentic help to proactively help you run your business. So that means you wake up in the morning, you already have the insights, emails drafted to the supplier that we already see you're overpaying for something. So this is actually where we're going. You don't need to do, well, you need to approve stuff, you need to actually check, but what we're trying to achieve is that you have your agents, your colleagues that either runs through your POS system, checks if you have everything in place. HR agents to draft and send documents for signing and various stuff like that. And in general, to see how your business is doing. -1 click. Since everyone's showing TAM slides and stuff like that, we also included that, but we will be going bottom up. We're actually addressing, the serviceable obtainable market. Why? Is because that across the Baltics, what we have is very similar structure of the legal part of stuff in terms of working hours and the law, basically. Every business runs very similarly, and we're actually aiming at only 7% of that to achieve, to get 1,000 locations in our platform. Click. And that's the actual overview of the problem that I mentioned, is that everything is scattered across multiple tools. So we have scheduling, POS, payroll, HR, and basically owner, or I don't know, a manager, if he wants to get any information about what the business or how the business is running, he needs to get everything from the separate tools, then to actually put them somewhere to see what is happening, and then to make something out of it. They're all looking at Excel files. We've seen the examples they've shown. It's insane how they actually understand what is happening in their business. That's where we're building back office. As mentioned, first layer was to kind of help them aggregate. Now we're actually giving them actionable insight to make the decision instead of guessing what to do. The funnel. So we haven't been doing this for that long. We've actually kind of drafted this up in the past few months, but validated in the past few weeks, is the actual ICP and how the market is looking. We were very motivated about how many venues there are. We've actually realized that working with small venues is really, really hard. They want a lot of stuff, and they don't want to pay any money. So we actually went to working with bigger chains, that being 5+ locations, and even when we raised money in April, well, in May, we were contacted even by some retail spaces like Apranga. I don't know if you have any, like Massimo Dutti, Zara, all of those places in Vilnius. They're also interested because, well, scheduling and documents and HR is also part of that sector as well. Click. So we are raising 250,000 at 2.5 million pre-money valuation, and that is basically for us to, well, ideally become the kind of infrastructure and the go-to platform for anyone that wants to feel like they need help to manage the business, and to become like the default go-to for either employees to find jobs or for managers to kind of get actionable insight in their daily business. So with this money, we're planning to actually both convert what we have now in the pipeline, so that's around 10K MRR, to bump up our paying locations and to actually scale into the Baltics and get not to get our boots down in the ground here, but to actually kind of become the go-to and the default in this market. So yeah, thank you very much.
A bit over time, but we still have a few questions available. So any takers? Questions. Yes, Didis.
I didn't really get, are you building an ERP functionality as well, or are you planning to integrate with existing ERPs?
We're integrating with...
That's the one. The second one, how are you planning to cope with fiscal certification in Latvia?
Since we are not building any POS and we are connecting into existing ones, which what essentially we're doing is taking the data that is already in the POS systems, in the accounting software, and just aggregating it into one place. So we're not moving any money, we're not doing anything like that. We're just doing what essentially every manager would do in the morning. You would go into the software that they use, he would export an Excel file, and then he would look over. What we're doing, we're integrating with them, so we already have like live data that is being synchronized every 15 minutes that they can see in our dashboards.
And what about ERP? That's the first question about ERP.
Can you clarify that?
Are you planning to integrate with ERP, or are you building the...
No, we're integrating.
Yes.
So, I have a question. Thanks for the presentation. So, with the cost or price of developing software dropping like rock, what's your mode plan using a buzzword? Like, how will you not become like a bloatware yourself, where each and every customer is finding like this, that, or other.
Yeah, that was a scary part where we talked to a lot of customers and it seemed like everyone needs a different, basically we would become a development company. We didn't want that. So what we're doing now is actually we have a lot of customers, we did a lot of research and actually just kind of painted our way like a step-by-step what we want to achieve. So that being now the agentic platform that helps you run the business with the data that we already have. The only kind of challenge we have now is to integrate with all the all the popular POS systems, accounting softwares, and stuff like that. So we kind of stopped listening to customers now for a bit. We picked out the biggest customers. We heard their needs and the problems that they have, and now we have set the goals for ourselves that we need to build.
We are out of time. We're running late. But
Saved by the bell.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Vuza.
Hi. So just before I start, this is a very generalist type of presentation, stage one. So try to listen to me more instead of looking at the numbers, right? We can have the questions afterwards. All right, so my name is Waltz. I am a CEO and co-founder of Vuza, and we fix how companies manage and move money across the borders, cutting costs while making every payment permanently accountable. So take a mid-market company processing 2 mil a month cross borders, approvals over email, payments through a banking portal, and reconciliation in a spreadsheet. When something goes wrong, the audit trail has to be rebuilt manually from bank statements. Then a 2% legacy wire rate, that's 480K a year lost on rails that have been regulated since July 24. The infrastructure exists, the governance layer doesn't. And we replaced that entire chain with one platform. Every payment authorized, screened, and logged even before it moves. Then, before any commitment, we show the CFOs exactly what they've been overpaying against their own data. Every payment permanently on record before it moves. We have a market of 1.1 billion, growing at 14% a year. And the mid-market is the underserved segment inside of it. Banks have no workflow layer. ERPs execute but don't record. Or sorry, they record but don't execute. Fintechs execute but really don't prove the payment was authorized. So we do all three, and hence that top right quadrant is ours alone. On costs, so we cut the costs into 6 figures a year, and we don't take an FX spread. So what you see is what you pay. On GTM, we land on the savings, to piggyback on one of the earlier slides. Then we expand into running a couple of pilots, no disruption to the rest of the suppliers, and only then we expanding into consolidating all the AP functions once the trust is earned. And we are not starting from zero. So we've won 12 structured design partnerships, 7.5 out of 10 likelihood to adopt, and 92% said they replace their whole stack with us. Out of those, 4 are enterprise tier customers ready for paid pilots. We're raising 750K pre-seed with a runway of 15 to 16 months. The outcome of the round is having 2 to 3 enterprise customers live and 450K year one revenue, expanding into EMEA region from there. However, the round is kind of not official yet, so we're kind of building investor relationships and potentially looking for some session tickets. So I've spent a decade, even more, at massive corporations watching finance teams burn millions on wire fees while approvals ran on emails. I know the buyer and the pain from the inside. However, my co-founder Carlos built systems that makes it work. Thank you, and let's build future of verifiable finance together.
You know what I will say? Questions. First takers, the brave one. First question. Yes.
Why any of your competitors who are not yet authorized or verified, something like that, why they can't just become like add something on and move?
Yes, this is a brilliant question actually, and I've thought a lot about this because what actually like first 3-4 months I was like literally fighting with the positioning answer, right? So actually we are the only ones currently in the market that are doing full pre-authorization, and we are fully working on a blockchain. So that audit trail is cryptographic. That means that it needs to be immutable, and we are showing the full trail before the money leaves out of the company. So piggybacking on what you see is what you pay, plus exceptions, data history, approvals, everything you get is before you actually pay. Reason for that is because all the closest competitors, which are really great products and they are really big in the market, but that they are custodial and they are fiat only. Basically, their bigger part of the revenue streams come from foreign exchange spreads and fees that we are kind of fighting against. And it's a really amazing partner that we have done on the payout side, which has their own network on like doing on and off ramps with stablecoins, since that's what we are doing. And they have everything on their own network on Fireblocks, considering their banking relationships as well. So the variable for foreign exchange fees at our side is very, very small. So if there is any, we are writing it off under subscription costs anyway. So that's that.
Is that also the explanation for the 40% cost cutting?
Yeah, that is true. Currently, we're seeing that even more than 70% on the cross-border payments still use the correspondent banking, which is, sorry, excuse my French, but a bit fucked up because it's, what, 7, 8 banks included, each adding up their own FX markup. And even on the batch payments, it's around 7% transaction fee, while we are, with the stablecoins, you can do it roughly for a 1%. So it's long overdue that we come in and step the boundaries for traditional banking.
Okay, what are you planning to do with the money? Are you planning to also go for your own payment license, MiCA license?
No, not yet. That's in the roadmap. We want, like for licensing, we want to see if any corporate clients demand the capital management. Of course, it's down the road. We want to do it to become purely a fintech. But with pre-seed investments, we are looking for 4 engineers, compliance and legal part, and then rest goes to infrastructure, so we can stick actually into the whole stack of the financial module, because we want to be as an API gateway, and basically the finance team should work only in our platform and send ready records automatically to elsewhere they would need them.
Nancy?
You have the slide with clients. What
Yes.
do they really do with you?
That's what I'm literally trying to tell, right? This whole presentation. So basically, our product is for big companies that has a lot of a volume of invoices monthly and big costs to pay. So basically, the business has to be supplier heavy, right? And what they do with us, right? So we started with very AI-ish front end, and we started to build upon it because we have some industry knowledge, being 10 years here. So we iterated the platform based on like the average, like we're not trying again to be a development company and build this product for one company. So we kind of gathered the insight of what needs to be there for this platform to like fully work for kind of our ICP customers, right? And these design partnerships means that basically we are going full flow with the mock data. And we are evaluating their customer success metrics.
So they are not your clients, you are just designing.
Yeah, design partnerships. Yep, that's what I call them.
But you have real partnership. It's not.
Yes, it's official. It's signed. Yes. So basically, we have some prerequisites with these companies. We've done those design partnerships that needs to be in place. After those are in place, they become pretty much our clients. Yes. I don't want to like polish up the numbers and call them our customers if they're not paying us, right?
Fair said. Any other questions? We have time for one more question. Yes.
Are there any fraud prevention features embedded in the?
Yeah, we do that by AI. So currently we have some integrations when it comes to the fraud prevention, OCR, invoice matching, a bit of a chat as well for data analytics and reports. So kind of on the surface level. Down the road as well, we want do agents, but for that there is a bit of a gray area working with the financial data, right? So we're waiting a bit. Like, of course, there is capital as well for that needed, but some laws need to be passed on the responsibility side when it comes to the agents and the financial data. But down the road, that's the plan.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And last but not least for today, StackRadar. Round of applause.
You're the clicker, right?
Yes, I'm the clicker.
200 million people are producing code today, and most of them don't know what the hell they're doing. We're looking at a tidal wave of technical debt that is going to ruin customer relationships. Think data breaches, companies getting hacked, failed audits, failed deals, and lost customers. Let me tell you a story. When I worked at one of Latvia's unicorns as a chief architect, we were often audited by big companies. Think Amazon, Walmart, and the likes. Companies so big that they had to make sure that their partners withstand highest levels of scrutiny and security. We passed, but not with flying colors. We have a room of founders and investors today. Can all of you confidently say that you would pass the audit today, or your companies in your portfolio would pass the audit today? Probably not. And you know, it's not tools that are the problem. There are actually excellent tools that can find issues in your software. Tools that find vulnerabilities, tools that find bad licenses. But the problem with those tools is they end at report. So all you get is a report. Okay, there are some tools that are trying to fix this, and now with agents you can do it as well. But the problem remains. Human is in the loop. Human still needs to review all that stuff, merge it, deploy it, and make sure it runs. So that's why we are building StackRadar. Fully automated dependency maintenance, no human in the loop. We believe that someday software will maintain itself. And that's why our ambition is to build a product that would be used by developers and customers all over the world. Companies that want to make sure that single outdated dependency doesn't make them fail the audit, get them hacked, or lost the deals. We are a team of two today, me and Austris. I am covering the commercial side and the customer relations, despite the fact I'm quite technical. Austris is actually building the product today. He has great background in cybersecurity and has been in companies from seed to exit. We are running a round of 150K today, with Outlast leading it and already committed 50K. We will use the money to get the product out to the market and get the company to the pre-seed roughly in February. If you're interested, come talk to me. I will tell you more. Thank you.
Honestly, I wouldn't guess that you're a technical person by the energy that you present. Just saying. But okay, questions. We have to have questions. I'm looking at people. Who's going to be the first taker? I have the first obvious one. What is the valuation that the Outlast fund has put on you?
We talk about it later.
Okay, all right, noted. Other questions?
Have you already tested the product?
Yes, we have 4 paying customers. June was our first billable month. They're quite small because we started building the product from the place where we start finding the issues before we can actually properly fix them. We are currently working on a solution that would indeed fix them hands off. We are very close with closing a deal with one of largest Latvian fintechs to do a paid pilot for them for this.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So thanks. I wholeheartedly agree that domain experts should use AI for what they're doing, and for that reason, how do you imagine to find all the white coders that are actually in most need of what you're building, and the biggest part of the market, I guess, that even don't know that they're doing something wrong?
Yes, so what we see, and I see from my personal experience, is that in larger organizations, it's not just engineers building software today. It's marketing department, sales department, you name it, department that are building software. However, they don't have a slightest clue what's getting pulled in there and what's going on there. At the same time, CEO or Chief Information Security Officer is panicking because the fuck is going on there? Like, they need something like us that can keep an eye and help them fix it without, spending their engineering budget on it. But we can also help engineering teams because nobody wants to do maintenance. It's boring, right?
How is there a follow-up?
No, I just said nice.
Okay.
Like tech debt is gonna be crazy in the coming years.
Yeah, but how are you actually planning on selling this? Is it gonna really be run, let's say, I mean, most of those are, let's say, enterprise level type of customers. Is it all gonna be, let's say, custom piloting, or do you foresee that it can be something, let's say, self-onboarding type and something that you can get up and running quite easily?
Right, so we aim to build a product so that you could, self-onboard, because I strongly believe that a dev tool like this often goes into companies by heroes. Some dev goes, signs up, tries it out on his pet project, then goes to his manager, says, look, this thing just does things for us, let's use it. At the same time, what we are doing is, at least initially, we are targeting companies that are, larger enterprises that have, let's say, more projects to manage than the engineers to manage them. We are approaching them to do these pilots so that we can build case studies, so that we can later go to other bigger companies with some actual proof. One challenge we have is when we go and say, we'll do this for you, they say, come and show us. We don't believe you that you can do it. So.
Okay. One last question. We have time for one last question. Yes, Didis?
Did I get it correctly that you're actually competing with GitHub Copilot?
In a sense. However, let me tell you a story. I was onboarding TraceSpace, I think it was last week. And we were using AI to onboard them. They ran Copilot to review their code. And what we were doing is we were adding a GitHub action that clones their code base into CI environment. We told them to use latest version, and Copilot created a comment saying that they are installing a version that doesn't exist. Basically, GitHub's Copilot doesn't know shit about what Microsoft is actually doing themselves. Does that answer your question?
We'll take that as a yes, for now. But okay, thank you very much. Round of applause.
Thank you.
But yeah, as the music has started playing somewhere downstairs, we round up today's event. I thank you all very much for coming here today. And as a kind of reminder, we'll be hosting an informal gathering on the 18th of September. Just put it behind your ear. And also, if anyone wants to participate in our angel training course that we are running at the end of September, feel free to contact me. And yes, have a great rest of the evening and enjoy. Thank you.